Hi, my name is Ganeshan, Senior Manager from Dharmapuri Terminal. I am an Electrical Maintenance Officer of SOD SBU. An Electrical Maintenance Officer is responsible for ensuring availability of all electrical equipments in the plant, which may be a terminal, a depot, or a LPG bottling facility. My role demands that terminal operation is not hampered due to non-availability of any of the electrical equipment. In addition, we also maintain a periodic preventive maintenance of all applicable equipments by making requisite spares to make all electrical equipments in good working condition. So we are presently here at MCC substation. This substation where we get the power distributed. So what are the panels you see is the distribution panels. The main incomer comes, terminates into the panel. From the main panel, you get a distribution to field equipments. So these panels are manned location where electrician will have a control on the switching on off of all the panels. Without permission of the in charge, no one can touch the panel. So this is a isolated location where no one is permitted apart from few electrician who is having a valid license. And without any isolation permit, no one can operate the panels. So you can see this people only can enter. Only these people are authorized to enter here and do the operations inside. Since electrically it is sensitive, we cannot authorize other persons to, general persons to enter and operate. And before we operate the panels, so any panels has to be isolated. We have a concept called LOTO. So when panels switched off, we put a tag, and that tag, the other electrician will know that panel is under maintenance. So he will not touch the panel. So that LOTO system is followed here. In case of a failure of a primary equipment, load can be shifted to spare one and terminal operation can be continued. Here we are in a PMCC building. In PMCC building, the main incomer, that is HT incomer panels are situated in this panel. From this HT incomer, it will get distributed to LT, it will get distributed to emergency panel, it will get distributed to other panels. So main incomer HT panels is in this building. So presently she is noting the readings. A typical day at my work starts with a scheduling maintenance work for the day as per the preventive maintenance. System la pottara epo pottadhu idu endha UPS the For that, a toolbox meeting with respect to the job assigned to the electrician need to be conducted. Later, I check the operations maintenance logbook regarding any issues pertaining to any of your equipments to do a detailed analysis, action plan, and mitigation of that equipment can be undertaken. Subsequently, I visit to substation to check the logbooks maintained by the electricians and other contract staffs. Parameters such as incoming power supply, load to motors, overall health setup of the running equipments like transformers. These are two lightning transformers meant only for lightning loads. So this will protect the lights from surges actually. So this lighting transformer is connected to MLDP, that is connected to EMLDP. Purpose of this panel is to protect the lights whatever available inside the terminal or any plant, so that any light is not getting affected because of the fluctuation in the voltage. The purpose of these panels. switch gears, VFDs, panels. So this panel is a VFD panel meant for TT gantry loading pumps. VFD bole to it is a variable frequency drive panel. This panel will advise the pump to run at what RPM based on the load. So you can have a live feedback of running pump, what is there, at what kilowatt it is running, whether it is under the load or without load it is running. So that control is meant from this panel. So likewise, we have different pumps, different panels. This entire panel, whatever you see, is meant for all TT gantry pumps, and it will control the load of the loading of all the pumps. So this is this temperature has to be maintained here, minimum temperature. Since these are instrumentations are there, minimum temperature has to be maintained. So we have it's an air controlled, conditioned room. And here also we have same insulation mat should be provided. Since 415 input is there, so insulation mat has to be provided, it has to be tested. And even here we have DCP powder extinguishers. If at all in case any fire happens, means at a particular place we have a DCP to operate with respect to safety. DG set etc. are verified for any abnormalities and rectified then and there. What I see is two DG AMF panels. We have two sets of DGs at Dharmapuri. So one is having a capacity of 1250, another is 1250 kVA. Both are main. One DG can operate at one time. If a local HT power supply is not available, this DG will start automatically. And this panel is already synced with solar panels. So if solar is also not producing the desired power, then the DG will start automatically. That is the setting now. So here it is a 400 kVA DG ke liye separate DG incomer is available. This will deliver desired current only for the emergency panels connected loads. And that is our HT incomer. We have two sets of HT incomer from two transformers. Transformer 1, transformer 2. So presently transformer 2 is live, and from transformer 2 the power comes through the incoming panel to here. From here it gets distributed. So we have a dedicated harmonic filter setup here. The purpose of this harmonic filter is to filter the harmonics generated in the VFD drives. So we have VFD drives for TT gantry loading pumps. Whatever the harmonics generated in the VFD drive has to be subsidized. This panel takes care of that work. This is a battery bank which will provide 110 voltage for the panels, VCPs, ACPs for panel operations, meant for panel operations, for charging and discharging. So these are critical batteries for operating the panels. So this has to be live always, and these are maintenance free batteries. So we don't do any maintenance. It's a dry cell batteries. So presently we are at DG set area. We have two main DG sets of 1250 kVA and one emergency DG of 400 kVA. When regular power supply is not available, so we'll operate automatically. One DG set will be connected and it will switch on automatically, and it will cater power to the entire plant. So periodic maintenance is a must for any DG sets, like air filters, oil filters has to be changed every scheduled maintenance activity. So this 400 kVA DG set will switch on when plant is not under operations. When night time there is no power supply, so this DG set will switch on automatically, and this emergency DG set will provide power to the emergency panel. From emergency panel it will go to the UPS. From there, it will go to the critical instrumentations. So this 2 DG sets is enough to run the entire terminal power requirement. A field around to check the smooth operations of field equipments such as motors, mainline pumps, booster pumps, sump pump. So presently we are at pump house where TWG gantry loading pumps and TT gantry loading pumps both are in the same gantry. And here you can see the color coding. This is MS pump which caters to TT gantry, and these motors are connected to the pumps. So electrical aspect, we need to maintain these motors. So whether the output voltage and the input current level are correct, and cables connected to the motors has to be checked frequently. Likewise, we need to check for all the 28 motors. So apart from this, in this area you have an underground tank. Underground tank has been utilized by submersible pumps. That submersible pumps again have a connected to a motor. So whatever the frequency applicable to this motor is applicable to UG tank motors also. So we check frequently what is that motors behaviors of underground as well as above ground pumps. And condition of the light, working of high mast, panels in the MCC rooms, UPS, this is 40 kVA UPS. We have two 40 kVA UPS. One is main, other one is standby. So both are connected in series. This UPS will support to the instrumentation critical battery bank requirement. So right side we have again two UPS. One is the main UPS and another is standby UPS, which are connected in series. This UPS will provide a minimum backup power requirement for the TAS system and instrumentation connected with that system. So this UPS should always be alive 24/7 for our power requirement. If it goes down, the instrumentation will come down and the entire TAS system will come down. So to avoid that risk, this UPS should always be in on position supported by the batteries. Battery's healthiness will reflect in this UPS. So now we have checked all the parameters, all are healthy. Battery ka jo, whatever it's incoming, whatever it is outgoing are correct, matching. Condition of the rubber mats. Work in any panel, two things mandatory you need to ensure that. One is your insulation mat is tested or not. This insulation mat protects you from earthing. If you touch this panel also, the current and voltage level will not affect you since you are standing on an insulation mat. Secondly, you need to place a safer distance is a fire extinguisher. Before you work on any panel, your fire extinguisher has to be reachable. So you need to ensure both the things. And third thing, you need to put the tag, LOTO tag, and start the job. Batteries. So presently we are in a battery room. This all individual cells batteries of 1.2 voltage has been connected to series to cater to 40 kVA UPS. So this battery set covers one 40 kVA UPS and this set will cover another 40 kVA UPS. So this approximately around 328 battery cells are there and it will cover entire instrumentation critical power supply. If regular power supply is not there, this will get automatically switched on and the instrumentations whatever require a minimum power backup will be provided by these batteries.
1.4 series sir, battery voltage 1.2 series. Wait.
Exhaust fan is equally important. I also ensure due permits for all the works and procedures taken for the electrical isolations, lockout, tagout, toolbox meetings are conducted before start of the job and subsequent energization on completion. Here if you see, this is the LOTO tag. This LOTO tag mentions that this equipment is isolated and tag laga diya. So once tag is put means no electrician will be working on this thing. So now this panel is isolated now. So now we can check the current and voltage level what is being injected from this panel, since this panel is under maintenance. Electrician will be doing the job. Okay. 14. 3 cable வருமா? Correct. So now we are checking individual cable voltage level which is going to UG pump, which seems to be an acceptable limit. 480. So now the value, whatever desired value, what we checked is correct and acceptable limit. So we can close the panel and remove the isolation tag and put the panel under usage. We also ensure that any job is carried out strictly as per the SOPs defined for the equipment, and control room and station in charge are duly kept informed for any work progress till the completion. Excuse me. Sir. Electrical manpower tender, sir. My responsibility also includes certain half-yearly, yearly, few maintenance activities during shutdown in coordination with AMC vendors and calibration and upkeeping of all electrical instruments. This is one of the earth pit connected to your building lighting arrestor. So this earth pit should have a desired standard value. Then only this earth pit is accepted. So we are checking what is that value presently. We have already done a conditioning. We have put charcoal. We have watered it. You can see inside. We have done that. So this earth pit previously we have checked and we have noted down the values. These values are accepted. So when we have checked, that is mentioned last checked date, and when this earth pit needs to be checked again, that is also mentioned. So this earth pit is having a acceptable values. If you see inside the earth pit, we have done the conditioning. So charcoal is put and all watering is done. Salt is mixed with charcoal. So this earth pit is in good condition now. So once our values come, we are okay. So any earth pit value is as per standard. We need to check both individual as well as grid. So both the ways it has to attain its desired value. If it is okay in grid and it is not okay with individual, that earth pit is not accepted. In both values, it has to come with the desired value. So for individual earth pitting, the earth pit value should be come below 2. So similar way, we will check all the earth pits once in 6 months. This is mandatory for all terminals, depots, plants, whatever it is. This has to be followed. Close coordination is a mandatory with the electrical department, especially in case of resultant power failure at the location. I give periodic training to contractor staff on functioning and overall awareness of electrical safety. So this is our entire earthing layout of a terminal. where you have schedules where the earth pits are connected and what are the number of earth pits, what is the type of earth pits. So with this layout, you can find where the earth pits are, what type of earth pits, and maintenance is easy for us. For outside, it is easiest to identify what is the earth pit, where it is. So we are here at air compressor shed. So in this air compressor shed, we have two air compressors. One is main, other is standby. So one capacity of the air compressor is 178 cubic meters. So this purpose of this air compressors is to deliver a compressed air of minimum 6 kg to field equipments like ROSOV. ROSOV is a critical valve which operates on pneumatic. So open closure, it requires the air. That air compressor is being fed by this air compressor to the containers, and from that container it get distributes to the field. My role as an electrical maintenance officer demands being a well versed with the maintenance practices as outlined in the SOP, OSD standards and IS specifications. I need to be aware of the specific equipment details, OEM manuals, so that the troubleshooting can be faster and smoother. You can see solar panels of installed in this terminal, which caters around 550 kWp, that is around 550 kilowatt kVA. So that is approximate 70% of this terminal's power consumption solar is taking care. And here we have bi-directional meters installed, so that excess production whatever done from the solar will be connected to the grid, and again whatever the power grid will pay to the HPCL. So this is our 550 kVA solar panels. Despite fresh challenge every day at workplace, I take pride in contributing to the operation of the terminal. I am self-motivated to serve the corporation with a little more enthusiasm with each passing day. हम सब सुरक्षा पथ पर एकाग्र है.